As my wonderful subscribers, I was making going live such an issue in my head that it's funny. It's my programmer or something. I was making it as hard as possible. So, guides and angels are high-fiving right now, going, "Yay, she figured it out. She stopped trying to make it harder than it needed to be." 100% divine white light within me. 100% divine white light around me to surround me, all directions at all times. 100% divine white light through me, so that I may share my gifts and inspire others. Yay. Let's burn a little sweetgrass to show I am showing appreciation to my wonderful spirit team that helps me in more ways than I can even imagine. And I appreciate it. Love you, Mother. Love you, Pan, guides and angels. Hi, Emmy J. Hi. Yay! I wrote a poem, and it kind of describes some uncomfortable feelings that I've had. And you know, I was able to find a voice for it yesterday. So here here we go. As far back as I can remember, as a Native American, people ask me things I do not know. And it really hurts to let that show. Selfishly, perhaps, or is it ancestral wrath? It seems like that was baked into my DNA and my very path. The apocalyptic ending 245 years ago erased the whole world. It was gone. And I was born in the ashes 185 years later, spiritually speaking, at death's door. Genocide goes that deep. It's taken me 62 years to find the words for it. So let's fast forward to a month ago. I was a guest on a show, and I enjoyed it so much. It made my heart so happy to be with JJ Tuta Speaks and Richie's Reach. And during that, it was asked if my drum had been through a ceremony. And I understood the question, but I kind of hid behind my drum, and I evaded, and I said something about, yes, I brought with me the next time, and we did Sweat Lodge, and we all drummed. But it was evasive, and I apologize for that, for my lack of awareness. It won't happen again. Now let's go 1 month into the future. A part of myself released. I was stirring supper at the stove. So sharing this gift with you, sharing it with us, between you and I, will help far more than we can know. See, the weight at the back of my heart is no longer needed. The energy returns to by whom it was seated. As I wrote this, I felt warriors released, just whooshing through me. And it was such an honor that I was just crying. I was so honored to have them walk through and complete their journey. And they were as thankful to me as I am to them. It was a very holy, sacred moment. And it was just like the day before yesterday. So warriors release when it's raining, when Mother holds us fast when we cry. So let's celebrate endurance on this river of light. The light emanations of our light bodies are healing Gaia's skies. So I wanted to share that. I feel it's a bit awkward. I wanted to share that because it felt really timely and important that I do that in a vulnerable manner. And so thank you for listening. I appreciate it. I can't quite see who's all here. I don't know where the chat thing is. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see, save, highlight, share, mute microphone. Nope, that's not it. Thank you, Annie J. I can see your comment as it appeared and now it disappeared. So let me hit the chat. Maybe that will let me see it. Live chat. Yes, please. Hi, MJ. Hi, Fatima. Hi, Bright Shiny Rays. Yay! Okay. Thank you so much. I got my rattle, my gourd. My husband, Paul, helped me take it apart so I could put corn in it. So I put corn and various things in it, and this is how it ends up sounding. Yay! And I have my drum on the heater, so hopefully it will, it just sounds so much better when it's stretched and dry. So thank you for letting me read that poem. Does it bring any thoughts up for any of you? Hi, Carolyn Booker. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hi. Oh, I can see one comment at a time, and I'm so happy to see you here. Thank you so much. I had made it such a big deal in my head about going live that I just, oh goodness, it's laughable now, but I figured it out. Thank you, angels. I'm looking forward to going over to Tarot Stash and watching Gerald and Karen, Starseed Awakening, and JJ, Tuta Speaks. And not long from now, I think it's going to start in less than an hour on Tarot Stash. And then there'll be Sundays on the sofa. And I'm kind of wondering if they're going to change that title every week. I don't know. But what are you all doing for the holiday coming up? Is everyone cooking? We're going to keep it small this year. Usually we have family over, but due to work schedules and one kid's out of town and this or that, it'll be Paul and I here, which that'll be nice. That'll be good. It's not my favorite holiday, but it's nice to have my husband home, and he's retired, and I'm really enjoying that. And he's slowly working towards getting a regular sleep schedule. Yes, Brenda, I finally did it. Oh, you already had yours, Fatima. Oh, okay. Canada's so wonderful. Oh, okay, cooking for your son and you. Yeah, I think it's nice to keep it small sometimes. A lot of people make me uncomfortable, even if I know them. So, I've been painting and writing like crazy. And what's funny is sometimes the painting will want to come, and I feel that that's channeled. And I think I talked about that last time where just recently I feel it a lot more. And let me try to describe that. It's funny because as I paint, I'll hear a very soft voice say, I mean, they never actually directly talk to me. It's more like in the background of how it might be nice to use this color or to let's go this way. I mean, it's still almost softer than I thought, but it's all good. It's all positive, and I feel it in my heart. And the same when I write. Actually, when I first start writing, sometimes I'll get very sleepy. Oh, thank you very much. I enjoy making them. And sometimes with the poetry, I'll get kind of sleepy, and then I relax into that, and then I'm good. Thank you, Fatima. I wondered if anyone else is feeling this other thing I've started to become aware of. Let's say I'm cooking and I have a fan on low above the stovetop so that steam escapes. I'm hearing music, like constantly a soundtrack of music, and for about a week there it was graduation music, and it sounded like a band. And I'm like, okay, but it was so soft, you'd only know it if you were at the right stage of quiet, that kind of thing. And I just took it as an encouragement that things were going the way they should. And yesterday it was so funny because I wasn't actively thinking of that or looking for it or expecting everything, but I was having difficulty with a wordage. And I heard this little like alarm going off. where the music was, and then it stopped. As soon as I stopped having a problem, it stopped. So it kind of reminded me of a kid's movie, because guides and angels never give you anything that's going to frighten you, and they give you what you can handle. So I thought, oh, well, it's kind of like I have a kids' movie soundtrack going on in my head of them communicating with me in any way I'm open to let me know whether, hey, keep going, or wait a minute. And if we can listen to prompts that come through so softly, then we won't need to get hit upside the head. You know? Do you all get prompts like that? What do yours feel like? And how long have you been feeling them? And are they getting stronger for you? Are you here, Emmy J and Fatima and Carolyn Booker? Do you have some of these things happen to you as well? I can't see the chat. Wow, we've been going live for 11 whole minutes. Holy shimoly, that's kind of a long time compared to my usual videos. Oh, okay, Brenda. They give me songs for messages. Yes, I've had a few recently. Well, for the last few days, oops, it disappeared. Sorry. Hey, Fleck. Hi, Fleck. I'm glad you're listening. The messages, the chat that I see, it appears in this little box, and then it just fades into the background. So I will find out if that can be adjusted, because I didn't get to read all of Brenda's, but I hear you with the getting songs. I think it's wonderful that, if you guys spend a lot of time in nature and you find pennies, dimes, feathers, things like that. The only person I saw was my grandma, but I got scared now. They communicate with me through dreams. Oh, that's really nice. That shows you have discipline to remember them. So that's really good. And here's something odd, how people have been, some of our dear beloved family has been talking in chat about being feeling very, I hear something, I look up at the words and they apply to what's going on in my life. Ah, yes. That happened to me on a walk a few days ago. I just, out of random blue, look up Fleetwood Mac. So I said, play Dream song and listen to that. And then I brought up Fleetwood Mac and I played the Sarah song, which I hadn't heard in decades. And it turned into like a spiritual experience. Carolyn, songs remind me of people, the sounds of nature. Yes. Well, I had this spiritual experience. I got a hold of Callie Healer, Kelly, and told her about it. And by the way, she is just so gifted at reading the sky. I've sent her pictures of cloud formations, and boom, she really reads them. And another person I'm just wowed by, I feel like I could just listen to her for hours, is Diana Bowles. Isn't she awesome? I'm going to have an astrological chart with her on Tuesday, and I don't have a birth time, so I completely trust her to know how to figure that out. So I'm excited about that, but it's so wonderful to have so many of us, majority are women, coming into our own finally. Here we are in our 60s, and we're awake and we're willing, we're being so brave. I have a lot of vivid dreams, and then they come true. Oh, wow, Fatima, all of the knowings. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I wondered the other day when I was describing how feeling like the color of dried corn husk and papyrus and meditating, and oh, Diana, isn't she amazing? Oh, thank you. And then I was like, I felt a hollow bone. And so as I learn things and let go of things, that gets bigger, and it just gets bigger. So it really helped me understand like the timelines, like anchoring those timelines as I feel we're in different ones, or time goes completely goofy and off, and I arrived too late to hear the poem. Would you be willing to read it again? Oh, of course. It's kind of a half poem, half musing. I did it mainly because I had something just a little bit off, and it took me weeks to figure out, well, what am I feeling off about? Because whatever it is, let's figure it out and take care of it. So that prompted me to begin to write this. As far back as I can remember as a Native American, people ask me things I do not know. And it really hurts to let that show. Selfishly, perhaps, or is it ancestral wrath, was baked into my very DNA and into my path. That apocalyptic ending, our whole world gone 247 years ago. And I was born in the ashes of that world 185 years later, spiritually speaking, at death's door. That's how deep genocide goes. So let's fast forward to lots of years of growth and wonderful and happy and all of that. And let's fast forward to a month ago. I was a guest on JJ Tuta Speaks and Wonderful Richie's Reach. I was a guest with them and I enjoyed it with all my heart. Now, I was asked if my drum had been through a ceremony. And I understood the question, but I hid behind my drum kind of, and I mumbled and I talked about Sweat Lodge or that I had done that, and I apologize for my lack of awareness. It won't happen again. But it sat there niggling at me. And when I realized it, I'm like, oh, of course I went to address that right away. So 1 month later, so just a couple days ago, a part of myself released. It was so amazing. I was stirring supper on the stove, and I felt so many soldiers, the ones who were forgotten, pass through and release and ascend through me. And I was overjoyed and just crying happy tears and thanking them. I went out and hugged my tree and thanking Spirit, thanking them. And I felt like they loved me as much as I loved them. And I was as honored to be there for them as they have always been. So it was really beautiful. And that release, sharing this, I think, will help more than we know. The weight at the back of my heart is no longer needed. The energy returns to by whom it was seated. As I wrote this, I felt warriors release. Warriors release when it's raining, when Mother holds us fast when we cry. So let's celebrate endurance on this river of light. The light emanations of our light bodies are healing Gaia skies. So there you go, bright shiny ray. It was a very exculpatory, what's the word? I saw it as a potential learning lesson to admit that I had stepped wrong, and I need to make that right. Because it's not so much about me, but it's about everything that I feel going through me or that I feel connected to. So it's just good. It's just good to share that. It's good to be vulnerable and honest. So, oh, thank you, Bright Shiny Ray. I appreciate that. I really do. Are you excited to see JJ and Karen Starseed on Tarot Stash? I think they're going to be on at 3 o'clock. Yeah, I just love it. I love it. I look forward to it. I missed the first half of Debbie Freebird's show when she was on with Lisa and with JJ. I don't know what happened to the time, but we went to Costco, and I swear to you, everybody in my city was there. It was crazy. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Thank you, Leah. Thank you. That grandson is staying with his dad for about 9 months. He's just trying it out, so I appreciate your good prayers. Oh, yeah, me too, Brenda, me too. Yeah, when I hear the light lane, when I first heard it, I just started crying because it felt like home. Yeah. That was one of the reasons, of the readers that I've been to, JJ is affordable and Mark Atha is affordable. They're like $45, $50. Yes, yeah, absolutely, Leah. Yes, absolutely. Definitely. But that's why I first got that first reading with JJ, because of how much I loved the light. Yeah, me too, Brenda, because of how deeply it touched me. So I got a reading with her to just find out, okay, how can I do this? What should I be doing right now? Because it just felt like home. And Mark Atha, he's so humble. And I always get the feeling he just needs more love. He needs more. He's lonesome all over in Kentucky where he is. He's such a kind soul. And he introduced me. Oh, hi, Luana. Hi. Mark is so kind. And he introduced me to Pan, and I had a reading with him. It was so, I could just feel the Pan in my heart. And at first I'm like, the guy with horns, what the heck? You know, it must be Celtic. I don't know. Hey, Rossi. Oh my goodness, Rossi, your question that got answered on, I watched it this morning on Terry at Holding Your Space and Dr. Hill yesterday. Blew my mind. I'm like, high fives, Rossi, high fives. It's so exciting. Yeah, the Pan reading was so helpful. I mean, it just, woof. So ever since then, Pan has been helping me. And he will help anyone who asks. If you love nature and you love being in nature and you find, healing and peace in nature, ask for Pan. Just get yourself grounded and ask him. He will help you. And he's funny and he's gentle, and I've never had any of this be scary, not once. So I always say, call on that 100% divine white light. I do it every day. If I need to, I do it more often during the day. My guides and angels told me to start spraying that rose water that I make with the cedar, and it really does. I mean, we're in a free will universe, and our voices have power here. In future, we're going to learn how powerful our voices really can be. Thank you so much for being here. But then my guides and angels told me to spray that rose water. I've got lavender, rose water, oceanwood, sage in water, and then koo, and that's when I had the lavender. And I just do that before I do any painting or writing. Yes, and they do, and they feel, I had been using rose water and witch hazel just because they felt good. But yeah, this is a different purpose, and it really works. Oh, the 6 calls with Jen Bushman. For a time, I really, she was so pivotally helpful on my path, and I had a reading with her when I first started coming on YouTube. It might have been, I think it was 9 to 10 months ago, and holy shamoly, blew the roof off. There's so many. I really appreciate the community. That's the only reason I would ever make a channel, because I'm introverted. But I'm so glad I did. I'm so happy to meet all of you. And it makes my heart happy to contribute, to offer something. And I try to think of I ask that it be for the highest good of myself and the community, because we're all here to help each other. And I appreciate the authenticity and the humbleness and humor. It's great. I love you all. Love you all. Well, did anybody have a question? Yeah, we are not alone anymore, are we, Rusty? We together. We got each other's backs. I appreciate how we all, kind of encourage each other. And we got each other's backs. It's as simple as that. If there aren't any questions, I think we'll just call. Oh, look at that. We were at 23 minutes and 23 seconds. Ta-da! Does anyone have any questions? And mind you, I can't see the chat, but the little box appears. I read it and then it disappears. So I'll just. Yes, when you paint, do you think or just do? I used to think, now I just do. Oh wow, 12 whole people, thank you. I love that. I appreciate all of you. Just invisible cookies, popcorn, money, love. Now here's a painting that's in the works, and I don't know. This one is so weird, it might just be for me, I don't know. Okay? Now here's what I see when I look at this. And I created this about a week ago. What I see is first world, second world, third world, fourth world, fifth world, eagle. And then this is, of course, Creator's light. So now what I'm doing, when I'm having a difficult time with a poem, or I'm like, okay, where's the cadence? I can find the cadence. What's the bridge? Where's thank you, where's the bridge for that? I'll look over at this and it will remind me that we're pulling energy down and back up, and it's moving all at the same time. So it's okay if you're not sure what to do or what to paint or what to say, to take just a tiniest second and just attune to that hollow part of your soul, that hollow part, because it will tell you, you won't even have to think about it. Oh, yay. Okay, thank you, Bright Shiny Ray. Yay. So that one is, painting is really teaching me. It's teaching me a lot, and it's done so softly that, like to the point where I'll put paint on and I'll look for the pictures that I see in the paint, and then I'll just start bringing those out or putting them in. That's how gentle they are with me. So I have this ritual that just started about a week ago where I am prayerful, I call in protection, and, I'm usually in my pajamas still. And I say, yes, I wish to be of service today, Spirit. Or it'll happen in the middle of the day while I'm doing something else, and I'll just feel a little nudge like, hey, little one, what do you say today? And I'll say, I say yes to being of service. As long as you're grounded and protected and you say you want to be of service, that's literally all you have to do. I would advise, if you call on directions or you call on anything, to thank it and release it when you are done. I only started painting 13 months ago. On my 61st birthday, I decided, oh, heck yeah, I have a whole bunch here. I'll show you. Well, I'm really excited. I use saran wrap, I use paintbrushes, I use toothbrushes, I'll use anything, stick, whatever I find that inspires me. These are 3 ones I'm really excited about. I just got them. And these 2 I haven't used yet, but I really, to learn detail, to get detail, I needed the tiniest brush I could find, so we'll see. But yeah, we all do, sweetheart, we really do. Just find what yours is, like drawing with a pencil or pen or charcoal, or find it. Just, make an adventure of it, because I think when I was very young, I lived with a lot of different people, and I might have been living with one parent at that time, but yes, sewing, yes, there you go, yes, absolutely. And that's a sacred thing having to do with weaving. So I bet you dream really clear too. But, where was I at? Well, I see the chat and I get excited and I forget what I'm talking about. Remember, I say, Creator, I'm going to look for you in every single thing while I'm here. I'm going to look for you. And so I have this kind of ongoing conversation with Creator when I figure something out. I'll go, pencil drawings are soothing. I like those too. I have a big coffee cup full of pencils I love, but yeah. But asking Creator for, and letting Creator know, I saw you today. I saw you. And it isn't always in, some textbook perfect behavior. A lot of times it's in your laughter, goofiness, silliness, clumsiness, make mistakes. Oh, I can crochet a mile long, but that's all I know how to do. I'd be so proud of you if you learned to knit. That looks really complicated. And like Hardinger, that looks tough. I embroidered a bit when I was a kid, but not for long, didn't have a lot of patience. And I was really good at stabbing myself with a needle. So, yeah. But there's so many different ways to be of service. Just ask. And then pay attention. And that's kind of the part of the game of it, is when you say, I would like to be of service today. I am divinely protected at all times. I am grounded. I am here to do good things. And then just keep your eyes open. And when you see an opportunity, say, hi, Creator, I did it. All right, send me another one. And make a game of it, because it really can be that lightning. It's what we're particularly good at is that lightning. Thought and action. Yes. Discipline. That's a good point. I think one of my disciplines is to meditate every day for at least 20 minutes. Usually it's for over an hour. Drink a lot of peppermint tea. Peppermint tea helps my tummy. It helps my head be clear. I feel good. I have yet to learn the full medicine of peppermint. I know that it has a square stem, which fascinates me because most plants have round ones. Oh, pan flute music. Oh. And you can hear that in all the cultures the world over. There's nowhere that pan isn't in nature. It's really magical. And I think getting to know him is like being able to find the secret doorways. Yeah. What is your favorite skill, Bright Shiny Ray? Which one do you enjoy the most? Speaking of tea, made me thirsty. Well, I sure appreciate you all stopping by. Oh, chamomile tea and fennel. Oh, yummy, yummy chamomile. It's so delicious. Took me years to appreciate it, but now I drink tea all day long. Yeah. I think knitting is fabulous. I admire anyone who can knit. Well, I appreciate you all coming by with all my heart. Thank you so very, very much. And please leave a comment after so that I can, in case I get too excited to remember. Please? Okay. Oh, okay. Well, my husband's a machinist, and he says, well, he was for 40 years, 45 years. Very, very gifted man. But he always says, there's nothing impossible. You just got to do. Oh, thank you, Brenda. You just got to do your best. And he always does the, measure twice, cut once rule. Oh, yes, me too, Rossi. Me too. There's something really transportive, isn't there, about music? Especially drums. Oh, thank you, MJ. I'm so glad I finally got this over with. I was making way too big a deal of it. So, yes, you do, Fatima, and it's really appreciated. Well, I think we should all say bye now. And I'll see you all over at Gerald at Tarot Stash in about 20 minutes. Okay? Let's go to the bathroom and get snacks. And, oh, I like that. I don't know. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I have to figure out how to end a live. I didn't read that. Oh, okay, lovies. See you in 20 minutes over at Tarot Stash, okay? Bye.